Alright guys, so before my GoPro started acting really dumb and just the SD card doesn't even work in it anymore for some reason. I thought I had one that I could use to get like 2 videos out of because it said that there's like 30 minutes, but it turns out it doesn't even work at all and it just completely messed up the GoPro. So I'm back on the phone now, but I got a nice iPhone 11, so it should work. Um, but anyways, what I was trying to say is I got this thing. I forget what it's called, but there's marks on it and on the case, so that's all lined up. The counterbalance down there, that's all lined up. This is lined up from when we had the crank pulley on there and the covers over there for the marks. So that's all done. And now there's like a tensioner down there that I gotta loosen up and take that off so I can get the belts off. And then I gotta just look into the back and see what I gotta undo on the intake manifold so I can just take the head on the intake manifold off. And it probably will just be off for like a minute and then put the head gasket on and put it back on with new head studs and torque it down and all that good stuff. So I'm actually going to work now, and I don't know, I'll be back. It won't be too long, and then I'll keep on working away at it, and I'll be back before noon because it's Saturday right now. So should as long as it all goes smoothly, putting it back together should be the easy part. And that's the key word. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, I could get it done today, and then tomorrow get back to the other projects and just start trying to wrap things up, guys. So you'll see this in a little bit here. Alright guys, so back with the Honda here. A little update for you guys. So I got like everything disconnected in the back that I know of. Got all the hoses and wires from the top side, and the only thing I noticed is that on the way back, when I looked underneath, way back here, there's 2 hoses. Oh, actually it's up here. There's 2 hoses that connect to this on the bottom that are probably gonna be a problem when I'm trying to pull it off. But besides that, I got the 2 brackets and then the support bracket unbolted from underneath, and everything else should be disconnected, and now it's just breaking the head bolts loose and seeing what's holding me back. So I believe it's only gonna be those hoses, but I mean, if I get the head bolts out and kind of pull it forward, should be able to get at those hoses, and just gotta squeeze it under this wiring harness there, and that should be that. So I'm gonna see if that's actually the case or not, but looks pretty straightforward from here on out. So let me just see how this goes. All right guys, I got the head off of the Honda here, and it's really open now. That freed up a lot of space. Honestly, guys, when I was pulling it out, this side, like kind of in here, I thought something was like still connected somehow, even though it was already at the front, right in front of the radiator, because it was like so heavy right there. I was like, geez, am I missing something? But and no, when I started taking it out, there was still one more bracket on the back that I missed, but it honestly wasn't that bad. That I had to undo this thing still. That was with those hoses and then that bracket. And then when I made that last clip, I still had the distributor on right there. And that was covering up the water temp sensor. And let's see, that one radiator hose right there. And then once you get everything loose, you want to make sure that you slide it off of that. And then, yep, and then you should be able to pull it forward. You just got to make sure that you got everything disconnected from the head. And, yeah, so here it is. Looking at it, it looks like cylinder 4 was the problem, just because that's, dry. Those ones look pretty dry, and that one's wet. Obviously the coolant's from when I took it apart, but just having the piston wet like that makes me think that the failure was somewhere in here, because on the casting here, it's also dirty right in there. I don't know, that could be just from me pulling the head off too. Because it wasn't leaking, so it would have been in here actually, in the ring, instead of on the outside. So I don't know, but I got it off now. Now I gotta decide what I want to do before I put it back together. So let me just think about that. And here are all the parts I've taken off. So I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys. So I took the intake off of the head, cleaned it all up really nice, and I got the new gasket right there. That was the old one, and the old head gasket, and I got everything all nice and cleaned up, as you can see, and it's basically all ready to be put back together. Just gotta put all the new gaskets in, and just, you know, put it back together. I gotta look up the torque specs actually still for the head, but that's about it. I got a torque wrench here, or should, yeah. So I'm not too worried about that. I just gotta, you know, Google it really quick, and that'll only take a few seconds, so that won't be too bad. But you know, I could do plenty of other stuff, like hook up the whole intake before I gotta even torque down the head. But you know, gotta do it eventually. So I'm just about ready to bolt the intake on right now. That's the next step, and then do the. I guess I could just put it in there with the new head gasket. But guys, if this was mine, like, I already have this car sold, but if this was mine, I probably, not gonna lie, I probably would have painted the intake, painted it like black, and then probably paint the head valve cover gasket, or valve cover gold, as well as the hubcaps. But and probably would have got lights for it or made custom ones. But yeah, that's just how I am, you know. Everything's got to be a little different, you know. But yeah, gotta get this put back together now, and I'll show you guys. I might actually show you guys me putting that back in. So here we go. All right, guys. So now I'm gonna try and put the head with the intake manifold back onto the motor block. So. Just gonna lift it up here. Gotta wipe it off quick. Still have some oil on it. All right. See, I don't know if there's a trick to having the gasket somewhere, but try not to crush the head gasket. So awkward to try and get it back here. Try and get this up and over. There we go. All right. Okay. There we go. It's gonna be hard to try and get it up over this tube here. I'm gonna get some grease for it. so that it slides on there. And it doesn't rip the seal. Let's see here. Okay. Here. Let's see, where does it go? Okay, first to go to the left. All right. That's almost where the tube is. All right, that's close. All right, that's the tube. No, looks good. So close. Let's see here. I guess it's a little off. It'd be nice if I could see the alignment dowels. I feel like that's my problem right now. So it's gotta stay in the tube. Alright. Let's see. Where is it? Not. Should be more this way.